Today we had our first super flat day. The sun shone over fields of yellow and white wildflowers, sheep, and happy walkers. This was the first time we had stops along our walk, and our energy levels and spirits really benefited.
It is day 7 of our coast-to-coast walk across England. We are leaving the Reeth Lodge near Keld at 9:30 in the morning, and we are on our way to Reeth. We believe it will be about a 13-mile walk. So that is our plan. We're hoping for grassy meadows today to help with sore feet, and lots of sheep and bunnies.
And maybe a tea house.
And a tea house, that's right. We think there'll be stops today, which distinguishes today from the last few. So we're looking forward to it. These are people that stayed at the same B&B we stayed at yesterday. It was a very nice place, good experience. It's out in the middle of nowhere. It added over 1.5 miles to our hike yesterday. So we were saying, well, it better be great if we come this far. And it was. So right this moment, we are walking on the Pennine Way, which is the oldest hiking trail in England. And it will meet up with the coast to coast in a mile or two. So we're getting a chance to try out another one of the English hiking trails. So we believe that this may be Keld, which technically Keld is the end of stage 6. We ended at the Reeth Lodge, which we took a side trail a little ways before Keld and walked about, well, it was close to 2 miles to the Reeth Lodge, part of which was on the Pennine Way. And now we're taking the Pennine Way back to the coast to coast.
While some of us were content to just walk across the river on rocks, my mom thought it would hurt her feet less to walk on the bridge. Unfortunately, she didn't count on the loose gravel, and, well...
You okay? All good?
So we're still Pennine Way in it, so still not to the coast to coast. Big waterfall there. The stream through here. We have walked 1.5 miles so far. We are told during April to July, this is a game nesting area for birds. So we shouldn't wander off too far from the trail, and we won't. So I think we just joined the coast to coast, and also are on the Pennine Way, I believe. So now we're on both. Just past 3 miles. There's a lot of discussion along the trail about whether the tea house in Mucker was going to be open, because Molly and I have been looking for a tea house. We've been in England for a week and still haven't been to one. So this sounded like a great opportunity. I just asked the guy going the other way where he came from. He said Mucker. I asked if the tea house was open. He said it is. So there's still a chance that it won't be, because it's Sunday morning, but I'm going to go with it. He knew what he was talking about, and so we're going into Mucker to try to go to the tea house. So it is day 7 of our journey, so it's kind of the middle day, 7 of 13. At the end of yesterday, we reached the halfway point in terms of distance. We're starting the second half now. So far, 3 1/3 miles of the second half. It's a lot easier than the first half. We've heard that it is. There are 2 different route options for day 7. a top route that goes kind of along the top of the ridge up there that was described as dreary, desolate, and
a barren wasteland of human industry.
There you go. And then there was a lower route that was described as beautiful and peaceful up there. So we opted for the lower route. And we prefer beautiful and peaceful to a barren industrial wasteland in general. So we're walking along the river, I think, almost all day. And we're going to detour into a couple of towns today because the distance isn't that far overall. And we love the towns. We don't want to miss them. So we're off the trail now. We're taking the side way into Mucker. Crossing over the river. So we crossed off our trail at 3.8 miles. And we're taking this side way into Mucker. Some kind of big steps here to get off that bridge. Oh, good, nice meadowy walk with a little bit of adventurous climbing. There have been more types of gates and barriers than one could imagine on this walk. Gate 95 to Mucker. Mucker, I see it right up there. Not a big detour. And a very nice path. We're in the village of Mucker. There's the tea shop. Looks like they have a pub too, in case the tea shop's full, which it looks busy.
I know.
They have treats over there. So we just had a snack at the Mucker tea shop. And there's a pub there, wool shop, another pub, public restrooms. Cool town, Mucker. We're gonna check out Swelldale Woolens. That one's mine. Looks like me, doesn't it? So Mucker is a really cool town. Never had heard of it before this morning at breakfast. Our hosts recommended we check it out, and I'm glad they did. It is a little bit off the trail. Almost every town has been a little bit off the trail. That's been one significant difference between the Camino and the coast to coast. The Camino goes through every town. The coast to coast, the towns are like half mile or mile off the trail. So it's not as convenient to go to the town. So when you commit to go into a town, you're significantly lengthening your day. Mucker was worth it.
Having all those blisters on her feet put the hurts on my mom's agility, and that, combined with the river and a too big step, led to yet another very wet fall.
Yeah.
So I definitely fell in the river back there. So sloshing around in my boots pretty good. But this is a super nice path. Wildflower meadows. Old barns. From what we understand, this is why people come to the Yorkshire Dales. And I can see why they do. It's really pretty. We think we're getting close to Gunnerside as we see a village up there. We're gonna have lunch there. We've walked 7.2. A mile of that was the detour to Mucker. That was worth it. These gates are just not made for people with short legs and backpacks. See, these guys have long legs. Serving them right here, but I do not. So, this is gate 108, by the way. Lots of gates today. This whole stretch from once we got on the trail back to this trail from Mucker, after I fell in the lake and all, has been pretty much meadows with wildflowers. So that's been great. I'm wearing these shoes now. Frankly, they're a lot more comfortable than my boots have been with my blisters. So, I mean, am I glad I fell in them? Every step was like sloshing, so I walked like that for a mile, and then I was like, this is not smart for somebody who already has blisters. Fortunately, I had a spare pair of socks in my bag, put those on, decided to walk in my recovery sandals, which has given me a new outlook on life. We're in Gunnerside. There's the pub. We stopped it for lunch at a bistro in Gunnerside. We just had lunch of a sausage roll and salad in the Guildford Tea Room and Bistro. We just passed through gate 113 and we see 114 and 115, and we're not sure how high the gate count's going to go today. We've got a little over 6 miles to Reeth now. It's 2:30 in the afternoon, 2:37. Today's one of those days that we're not hurrying. We've had 2 good stops. This is kind of a raised wall we're walking on top of. River over there, field over there, us up here. So we've been walking on this for quite a while. It's pretty far down, especially on our left side. We're almost done with it. We're all okay with balance. I don't think any of us really freaked out, but we will be excited now that we're off of it. Although the footing is not as good as it was over there. Like burrows everywhere through here.
Just right over that mountain there.
I don't see it. We are entering the town of Gila. Pretty town. A lot of flowers. Old stone buildings. So there's a bunch of lodging here in Gila. There's the Park Lodge, the Gila Manor House. You can just see how beautiful it is through here. We have made it to the edge of Reeth, our stopping point for the day. We believe we're still about 0.4 from our hotel, but we're glad to see that we've made it in general.
Or down there.
Yeah, look at their beautiful school.
See, I compare that to mine.
Hello, Reeth. Reeth sheep. They seem to like that particular spot because we've seen several barns we've passed. They were along the side of the road and they were that spot in every one of them. Must be where the current shade would be if the sun was out. That's our hotel with scaffolding on it. King's Arms Hotel.
This was a great day, and it was the easiest day so far. The detour into Mucker was definitely worth it since we fulfilled our tea house needs, got our main souvenirs for the trip, and just got to visit an adorable town. After that, my mom discovered that walking in her recovery sandals was a lot more comfortable on her blisters, which was very important because her boots were not doing her right. That evening, we met up with some of our friends from the Frith Lodge, who doctored her feet and left them feeling much better. Tomorrow is a shorter day, so we are hoping to be able to walk all the way to Richmond. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.